Have you ever had a dream that felt so real you weren't sure if it actually happened? What if one of those dreams predicted a disaster, down to the smallest, most terrifying detail? Today, we're diving into a story that sits right at the strange intersection of dreams, reality, and tragedy. It's the chilling case of the man who dreamed the future. Our story begins in Aberfan, a small mining village in Wales. On the morning of October 21st, 1966, the village was devastated by a catastrophic collapse of a colliery spoil tip. A mountain of coal waste, liquefied by heavy rain, slid down the hillside and engulfed the Panclas Junior School along with several houses. The disaster claimed 144 lives, 116 of them children. It was a national tragedy, a day of unimaginable heartbreak. But here's where the story takes a turn into the truly bizarre. In the days and weeks following the disaster, a British psychiatrist named John Barker began to investigate a strange phenomenon. He'd heard rumors, whispers of people who claimed to have had premonitions of the Aberfan tragedy. He decided to put out a call through a London newspaper, asking anyone who had a premonition of the disaster to contact him. He expected a handful of responses. He received dozens. One of the most compelling and well-documented accounts came from a woman named Errol Mai Jones. Errol was a 9-year-old girl, a student at the very school that was destroyed. 2 weeks before the disaster, she told her mother about a dream she had. She said, "Mummy, I'm not afraid to die." Her mother asked her why she would say such a thing. Errol replied, "I shall be with Peter in June." A week later, she had another dream. She told her mother, "I dreamt I went to school, and there was no school there." Something black had come down all over it. Tragically, Errol was one of the children who lost their lives in the disaster. Her chillingly accurate dream became one of the first pieces of evidence Barker collected. But the most famous case, the one that truly baffled investigators, involved a man from Brighton, England, named Alan Hencher. On October 20th, the night before the disaster, Alan, a telecommunications worker, had a vivid and horrifying dream. In the dream, he saw a group of children trapped in a room, screaming and crying. He saw the room being filled with a thick, black, sludge-like substance. He could even see the name of the place, Aberfan, although he had no idea where that was or what it meant. He was so shaken by the dream that he woke up his wife to tell her about it. The next morning, he read the headlines about the Aberfan disaster. Every detail matched his nightmare. Driven by a need to understand, Alan Hencher contacted Dr. Barker. His account was incredibly detailed and corroborated by his wife. It was one of over 60 similar cases that Barker documented in his book, Premonitions, A Leap into the Future. He called them precognitive dreams. These weren't just vague feelings of dread. Many were specific, detailed visions of the event that occurred in people's minds before it happened in reality. Barker even established something called the Premonitions Bureau, a project to collect and study these premonitions in hopes of preventing future disasters. So what are we to make of this? Was it simply mass coincidence? The power of the human subconscious piecing together unseen clues? Or is it possible that, just sometimes, for reasons we don't understand, the future sends a warning? The case of the man who dreamed the future, and the dozens of others who shared his premonition, remains one of history's most haunting unsolved mysteries. It forces us to question the limits of our own perception and the very nature of time itself. What do you think? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into the unexplained. Thanks for watching.